So, welcome to Monday Motivation. Today, we're talking about wellness was never meant to be complicated. So, have you ever noticed how taking care of yourself can feel harder now than it ever should? I don't know if you can relate, but I have felt that way. What once felt natural now feels noisy. There are so many options everywhere we look. Advice comes from every direction. Rules stack up, expectations creep in, everybody has a different opinion, and before long, wellness starts to feel like another job that we're just not able to succeed at. Well, wellness was never meant to be complicated. For generations, caring for yourself wasn't a trend, it was a rhythm and something most people did. People moved their bodies because life required it. They walked more. Um, they rested when it was dark. They ate food that came from the earth. They gathered, they talked, they helped each other, worked, prayed, and slept. We didn't have apps or cell phones, no tracking, and no guilt. We just did what we needed to do to stay healthy. If we haven't met before, my name is Terri Sterk. I am a wellness coach and author. I serve women just like you, those who have experienced challenging seasons. My aim is to help you nurture wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Somewhere along the way, we lost simplicity, and many women began believing they were the problem. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not the problem, the system is. So today I want to invite you back, not to a new plan, but a wiser one, a return to the basics. So first of all, how did wellness become overcomplicated? Modern wellness often sends a subtle message. If you're still not healed, or if you're still tired, you're doing something wrong. That's what the commercials tell us. But exhaustion isn't always failure. Sometimes it's the feedback you need to provide. We've layered so many shoulds onto wellness that it can feel overwhelming. You should eat a certain way. You should move more. You should rest when you're tired. You should be productive, calm, grateful, and positive. You should heal faster. Get with the program. Those shoulds just make us doubt ourselves. The pressure disconnects us from our own bodies. Instead of listening inward, we start outsourcing wisdom. We start looking for solutions when we all know the solutions. Maybe we just need a little guidance. So here's the hard truth. When wellness becomes too rigid or too complicated, it stops being restorative. It just becomes stressful. The body doesn't respond well to force. It responds to care. And care begins when we slow down and take notice of what we actually need. So ask yourself, when did you start feeling pressure to heal? Is that something you put on yourself? Or did you feel it from some outside source? When did caring for yourself start to feel like work instead of support? Wellness wasn't always about rhythm. It was always about rhythm, I should say, not perfection. Wellness was never about doing everything right. It was about doing a few things consistently. Rhythm is different from routine. Routine can feel rigid and complicated. Rhythm adapts when necessary and it's flexible. Think of rhythm like breathing. Inhale and exhale. Work and rest. Engage and withdraw. Your body already knows this pattern. Healing happens when we stop fighting against it. Perfection demands performance, and we don't want to perform. But rhythm invites presence and calm. When we honor rhythm, we stop asking, am I doing enough? Am I doing it right? And we start asking, what would support me today? Because today might be different than yesterday. Maybe your need, because of your energy, your energy fluctuation, maybe today is a low energy day. And so you just don't feel like doing as much. When we honor our rhythm, we stop asking, am I doing enough? Let's ask ourselves, what do I need today? That question alone can change everything. So let's return to the true basics. Let's talk plainly about what actually supports our wellness. And maybe you'll relate to some of this. No hype, no extremes. The first one is rest. We do need rest. We don't need to earn it. Not after everything is done kind of rest, but honest rest. I feel tired. I'm going to lay down and just close my eyes for 15 minutes. That's okay. Rest is not laziness. It's repair for your body and for your mind. If your body feels heavy, irritable, or foggy, it's probably that you're feeling like you need some rest. It's not weakness. We don't have to just push through it. That's wisdom asking for space. It's not always about sleep. Sometimes it's 15 minutes of sitting or lying down. Those 15 minutes of stillness can be the refreshing respite that you need to keep going through the rest of the day. The second one is gentle movement. Movement wasn't meant to punish the body. It should feel good. Walking, stretching, light strength training. It's finding what feels good. Your body doesn't need intensity to heal. It needs consistency. So move your body every day. Find what feels good. The third is nourishment. Real food. Plenty of water. Regular meals. Nothing extreme. Nothing restrictive. Food is information for the body. When nourishment is steady, the nervous system calms. We do need nourishment. We need vegetables and fruit and protein and carbohydrates. We need it all in order for our cells to heal, for our body to restore. The fifth is meaningful connection. Healing was never meant to happen alone. We need to be around people we feel safe around, people we can have honest conversations with, being seen without performing. Connection regulates us more than we realize. It doesn't have to be flashy. Some of the best times that I have our impromptu coffee dates or lunch with a friend. It doesn't have to be complex or expensive. All of it works. But meaningful connection is the fifth simple healing practice that we can have. So, in summary, rest, gentle movement every day, good, consistent nourishment every day, and quiet moments, times of stillness, and also meaningful connection with other people. Why simplicity is especially important for healing women who've been through trauma or other difficult situations. If you've walked through illness and trauma, prolonged stress, your system may already be overwhelmed. So trying to do it all with a new app, a new whatever, a new kind of exercise equipment, a new way of eating, all of it is hard. And it can be overwhelming when you're already overwhelmed. Complex plans tend to backfire. You just give up. The body in recovery needs safety, predictability, consistency, gentleness. It doesn't need to be pushed or pressured. So let's simplify our wellness. It reduces decision fatigue, which means we don't have a lot of decisions to make because we're keeping it simple. That's relaxing and calm. It leaves space for doing more things even. It builds trust with your body again because your body starts to expect. Muscle memory is true. It remembers what you used to do. Creates consistency instead of cycles starting over and over and over again. Healing doesn't require doing more. It requires doing what matters, but doing it faithfully. Small steps done daily are much better than big steps done whenever you happen to have time or think about it. It's easy to remember small steps, and it's easy to remember to do things daily. So let me ask you something important. What if your next step in your wellness journey isn't adding something new, but it's returning to something old, something you used to do? What basic practice did you once know helped you, but you drifted away from it? Is it walking outdoors? Is it going to bed earlier? Is it getting up 10 minutes earlier just so you can have some quiet time? Are you eating real meals? Healthy, nutritious meals? Sitting in quiet stillness. Maybe it's at night before bed, or maybe it's in the morning. Or maybe it's in the middle of your workday when you're just taking a break. Reaching out instead of isolating. Scheduling a coffee date with a friend. Choose one of these, just one. And maybe you make a point of doing it tonight or tomorrow. In the coming weeks, I'll talk about my own morning ritual, because some of these things are on my morning ritual plan. It's a way to feel good first thing in the morning so that I can have a better day. So I'll do a video on that in a couple weeks. Wellness doesn't need to overwhelm you. You're not behind, and you're not a loser because you didn't exercise today. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. You don't need to catch up to be like everyone else. You're simply being invited back to what has always worked for you. I know how to eat healthy. It's just that I don't always do it. That's an example. There are things we know. We just have to remind ourselves to get back to those healthy ways of life. So, what is one simple supportive practice you're ready to return to this week? Not necessarily to improve your wellness, but to care for yourself. Then the result is improved wellness. Take it slowly, take it honestly, and remember, wellness was never meant to be complicated. All the resources all point to the same truth. Healing doesn't come from doing more. It comes from listening to yourself. It comes with simplifying your approach, and it comes from caring for yourself in a steady, kind, compassionate way. That's what I have for you today. I hope you found this helpful. If there's any other details you need or you would like, always feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to help. As always, I'm cheering you on.